What's up, everyone? I'm over here. I'm setting up the Whatnot stream over on my other camera right now. So you can check out all the microgreens we got here. Let me know if you were in here last night. We did some demos. We'll show you how to grow the peas. We put together a couple of microgreen growers. If you're new, say you're new, and we can do a demo on some of those. We're going to get a video going up there, and I'm going to get Whatnot started over on this other screen. We got some other people coming in. And we're going to start some giveaways. We do giveaways over on Whatnot like back to back. There's Whatnot. What is up? Terry, Shirley, everybody, I see y'all in there. What's up? How are you doing? T. Levine. All right. How's the angle on that tonight? Whoops. Knock you off. Let me get a giveaway going. Jan Lee, Donna, Lynn, howdy. Let's get a little video going here. There we go. What's everyone up to? Let me say hey to YouTube and Facebook over here. Where y'all at? Comments. Who's here? Valerie. Terry's over here. Renee, missed you last night. That's okay, Renee. Appreciate it. You're here tonight. Cheryl, hello from Michigan. How are y'all doing? 1 second, Whatnot. Let me get your screen pulled up over here. Let me get a giveaway going. How's everyone doing? Everybody want some microgreen seeds? We'll see if we can do this without lagging. We were lagging like really bad yesterday, and my exposure was off. I think it's a little better. Y'all like my shirt? Let's see, open show. Still taking some time. There we go. New to Whatnot. Just bought your new adapters. Who is that? Archimedes. Thank you very much and welcome to Whatnot. You're going to love it here. If you're following, we're going to start a giveaway. Archimedes, you're new. Love to try some of that. Bok choy you talk about. Awesome. Hey, I've got some pak choy. Maybe we'll open up a bag and pack some samples. Here we go. Giveaway. All right, there you go. Giveaway started. That's for a pack of seeds. Everybody else? All right, y'all jump in there. Everybody's jumping on here. If you're new, let us know you're new. We're going to be having a couple of demos. If you pre-bid, so nice to try before buying. If you pre-bid it for a quantity of one. Yeah. If you pre-bid, it's just like one, and it's when I run that one. And as soon as we run, if we run it, even if it's for a sudden death, like 5 seconds, if somebody overbids, then you're outbid. So the pre-bid just sets like the base price. And if you do up high enough, nobody else bids, you win it. I'm growing bok choy. It's looking great. Awesome, Terry. Awesome. All right, cool. So y'all in that giveaway, right? I'm going to start off with a demo right away. I'm not going to keep you all night. We're going to make this one quick. Hello. All right, let me show you all this. Who was here last night? You've already seen this, but the people who weren't, like there's a couple people said they missed it. Here's some red arrow. That one's, look at this. adapter, and this is just a Tupperware container. Now this is ready to harvest, but then we can keep refilling it. If you were here last night, we refilled that. It was empty, and we took it out. We refilled it live on our show, right? I'm a newbie here. Cool deal. What did we have? Did we have a raid? Stone Root. What is up? How are you doing? Welcome in. Hey, quick question. I was going to do my 5-gallon bucket, but forgot what size hole to drill. If you're using a small pool noodle, you know, the skinny one like that, I drill about a 2-inch hole. You might want to get it and just kind of fit it on there and kind of see if it does or not. Rating with a party of 1 million. Pretty cool. Awesome. Have 1 million people in here. We'll be better than Mr. Beast, right? Cool deal. Yeah. Just check it with just measure it across there, because remember, you're going to take it and pull a little wedge out and close it down a little. If your pool noodle just does fit it, you don't have to cut the wedge out like I do, and you can take one and cut it in several wedges to fit in the middle and just use the whole one like that. It's just it's real easy, just whatever works for you. All the kits I got from you are doing amazing. Awesome. Cool. That's great to hear. I love that. Let's see what YouTube and Facebook are doing here. Jennifer said, receive my freebies. Thank you. Can't wait to get growing. Can't stay tonight. We'll catch you later, Jennifer. Thank you very much, and I hope you grow a lot of food. I'm a new program. All right, Valerie, newbie here too. Awesome. Super sticker. Undercover Bird, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Lynn, hello from New Brunswick. I'm kind of new. How do you clean and reuse clay pebbles? I rinse mine out. You can wash them. I rinse mine out with a little soap and water, clean it. I set them out in trays that drain, like the ones I grow the peas in, and I let them sit in the sun for like a week. Some people, if you let them, look, this one, these are ready to harvest. If you're just going to grow microgreens, harvest it, start over, they're going to be relatively clean and not too much problem. If you let them go and keep growing, like I've grown some that were in here for like a month, they're going to get a little bit of mass, the root mass, and you'll get some algae and all kinds of stuff on there. I put them in a 5-gallon bucket, put a little cap full of bleach, and let it sit overnight. Some people don't like bleach, they use hydrogen peroxide. Some other people use vinegar. Other people take it and they boil it too. So people have been using clay pebbles aren't new. It's not like unique to my stuff. People with hydroponics and just nursery stuff in general have been using it for like years. Just Google, look on YouTube and search. Who'd we win? Congratulations. That's our first winner. Michelle, first winner of the night. I was thinking I could wash them and heat them in a dehydrator to dry the green. Yeah, you can probably do that. So yeah, that would go a whole lot quicker. I leave mine. I have so much of it that I just leave mine sitting out, and I'm growing some more. I've got some that are being washed and soaked, and I rotate them out, and so they just sit out there for a long while. And when they're in the sun, the roots all dry up, and then you can take and kind of brush them, and the roots will kind of float off. But if you got a spare dehydrator, that works too. I've never been on your live before. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. I have a vision problem, so there's any text mishaps, I apologize. No problem. No problem. Who's that, Big Shot? Can't see you. All right, and on YouTube and Facebook, let me get your, hey, YouTube and Facebook right now, you guys can't do this. Whatnot, did I start the second giveaway? Gloria, what's up? I planted onions outside. Awesome. In the green stalk, Maria. Short season. Yeah. All right, there's another giveaway going. YouTube and Facebook. Okay, that was earlier. Go check out this channel. She's called The Fresh Princess. All right. I was on the Urban Gardener. I was on a podcast, and she co-hosted it. First time I saw her channel, but she does a lot of the aeroponic, the garden towers. So like we do ours, but no pumps, no aeration or anything. If you guys are interested in doing it, or you want to kind of see the difference between what we do, she has put a bunch of. She's in Canada, so she put a bunch up in her house. She's going to try some outside, but she does all of the stuff with meters and AC and pumps and filters and everything. So go check that channel out, YouTube and Facebook. Click on over there, go subscribe, watch one of her videos, get on a video, say keep on growing, send me whatever, come back here and tell me. If I see enough people, I'll go ahead and do a giveaway over here on YouTube and Facebook. And let me drop the Whatnot link. On YouTube, there's a pinned comment. You can get on over to Whatnot. For the mason jar drop for microgreens, not having luck with paper towel or any option. And what's your problem with the paper towel? Is it too thick? Are the roots not getting through? Too thick. Well, somebody said they took their paper towel and they ripped it in half, 2-ply, and just used one side. Now, it'll still work. I've used this. It's like way thicker than paper towel. We still grew a lot of plants right through there. Keep the water level up, touching the adapter until the roots start to grow. Jan Lee says I separate mine. Was that you who said that last night, Jan? I think I overwatered, having trouble too. Yeah, you can overwater it now. Or you can have too much water where they're just floating in it. Thank you. No problem. And jump in our Facebook group. It's Keep On Growing. You can ask questions over there. You can take pictures, post pictures, ask questions. One second, guys. I'm getting my link again for the people on Facebook. Because Facebook, I have to keep dropping the link. All right, YouTube and Facebook. Here's your link to Whatnot if you're not over here already. You get a $15 credit just for going over there. We have back-to-back giveaways, and we've got both adapters. We got a set of adapters over there for $15. You get a $15 credit when you go over there. Go into the shop, put it in your shopping cart, and it should back it out. So basically, you get a set of the adapters to grow food like this for free. You just pay shipping and taxes. Been watching you for a long time. I want to know how much you appreciate it. Thank you very much. You're awesome. I appreciate all of y'all too. You're awesome. Thank you. No, thank you. And thank you for the super chat. All righty. Let's see. This one is going 121. Gonna draw a winner. Or plain tissue. Yeah, plain tissue. Somebody said they used toilet tissue yesterday. Look, we're going to draw this winner early. We're going to do a lot of giveaways, all right? Here we go. TJ, congratulations. I'm going to start another giveaway for a set of adapters. All right, so we're already on the third giveaway. YouTube and Facebook, you click the link, get over to Whatnot. Someone sat over here last week and won 5 giveaways in one night. All right, that's for a set of adapters. I'm going to run inside for 1 second. I got to get something, and I'll be right back. All right, y'all behave yourselves. How do I enter the giveaway? Beth, all you got to do is go to the top. There's a little gray button right up here, and it says enter giveaway. If you click on it, it'll say you're entered in the giveaway. 1 second. You guys don't go anywhere. All right, I'm back. YouTube. Why are we echoing? Unsustainable and reusable. What did I miss? 1 minute on the giveaway. Guys, I just got news. My sister that I have not seen in like about 8 years is coming in tomorrow. High in vitamins, cheaper than by the salad. Exactly. Let's do the YouTube channel on YouTube. Yes, the channel, my channel. Let's keep on growing. Thank you, Maria. I watched his channel. Thank you, Michelle. I thought he was saying, yeah, I was talking about somebody else's channel. If you go on YouTube, look up the Fresh Princess, like the Fresh Prince. Bel Air is the Fresh Princess. Actually, I think I can drop a link over here. But the handle, if you look up, let's see. Yeah, it's at the Fresh Princess. Yeah, thanks for spreading knowledge. No problem. So that way you can go on over there and check. Like people ask me about pH levels and EC meters and stuff like that. I don't use any of that. Hey, we got another winner. Who is that? Congratulations. And Callie, you new? If you're new, welcome in. No problem. Thank you. Guys, there's another seed giveaway. What are we at? 68. If we get up to 100, so y'all don't go anywhere. If you see that reach 100, let me know and I'll run a $20 Amazon gift card, all right? Joey said, hi, Mike, with Microgreen grown in full baking tray with the cook bottle adapter. When do you remove the blackout foil covers? We did that last night. I showed you the, let me see if I can see the one. We just did this one. They'll be pushing up on the foil. This one we just uncovered last night during the show, and they were all yellow. They're all aiming towards the middle here because the light's coming over the bottle's at, right? So this one we just uncovered, and they grew maybe another half inch today. So if you can imagine these guys just about small enough, and the foil was on here, so they were bent over because they're hitting the foil. You'll know when to do it. If they're not pushing up on the foil and they're just real tiny, you want to go ahead and leave them in there. Otherwise, they'll dry out really fast. But when they're about like that size. And if anybody's new, you need to see a demo, let me say demo in the chat, and I'll go ahead and do a quick demo. This one, oh, look, that one's with the rip tray. This is when we transfer them out. All right, guys, look at all the stuff you can do with it, too. No more blessing chats. I'll get some in there. Who's that, Jennifer? Look, that's where we plan it all out in the garden. So all this stuff's on my YouTube channel. Yeah, I took it off for a little while because someone was getting confused. They were buying a blessed chat. So we were doing the giveaway, and I'd have the adapter to send off. And then I send them, like, if you get the blessed chat, I send you a thank you card for saying thank you for blessing the chat. They got the thank you card, and they're like, I thought I was getting an adapter. And we're like, no. And I showed them the description. I mean, it says it on there. It's going to launch a giveaway. It goes to the random person who wins the giveaway, right? And you get a thank you card. But so I still got that. So I just didn't want a headache and answer questions and that this weekend about it. So I'll put it back next week. I'll try to make it like more clear than what it is. I guess I put the picture of the adapter so people knew what was being given away. But I'll get it. Appreciate it. And you guys are all awesome. So thank you very much. Let me see. Facebook. So excited. Connie, how are you doing? Greetings from Aruba. Awesome. I received my order this adapter this weekend. I just set up my peas and mason jars. It's water all day. Should I leave the jar lid on until moisten the peas? Yes, Connie. I'll go through the peas real quick. Look, guys, this right here, set and forget it. Last week we set them up. Everybody saw it. I showed them. We had the lid on them. We did these last night, and I showed them just like this. The peas were in there. See, they're starting to sprout. Right? Last week, the peas were right up to the top where they were pushing it. By the end of the show, it was pushing the lid off. And I uncovered them, set them up there right after the show. This is them from last week. I haven't done anything to it. I set them up there, and that was it. All you have to do is once they start shooting out roots in here, when they're about half an inch down, fill the water up to touching the roots. Don't let it touch the white part. And then just leave it. All of these have been growing since last week. The water's right here. I haven't refilled it or anything. Just set it and forget it. Just plain water, no nutrients. You got a load of greens. This goes back here. There's 4. It's 4 deep, 3 wide. There's 12 of them right there. And last night, I set up 12 of these. I've got more. Here's what you do. Soak your peas overnight. Right? I just put these in here a few hours ago. By tomorrow, they'll be swelled up about that big. So I put about this much in. That'll do about 12. So if you only do 1 or 2 at a time, this bag will do 1. Right? That bag will do 1. About a tablespoon. All right, the next thing you want to dump the water out is this is the same amount. This is how much will swell up. Okay? Same amount. So now you can have that much peas. Dump the water out. You can see there's no water in here, right? So keep it moist. Keep it damp. And now you can go ahead and plant it in the grower. If you can't get to your grower, like say you got to use those, you're going to harvest those, you leave them in here 1 or 2 more days. All you have to do is rinse it out, dump the water out. Latane, congratulations. Latane wins a lot, like almost every week if she wins something. All right, and then those are ready to go. All you have to do is take those and dump them into the containers. I set these up. You guys want at the end of the show. I've got 12 jars. I got a whole case there. All I'm going to do is take it, put white adapters in it, and dump a little bit, split it between the 12, cut them up. That's it. Then all you do is come in a couple times a day. Just get your water and spray it here. All right? You want to go ahead and spray it enough so that you see water dripping out of it. See that? If there's no water dripping out, you didn't water enough. So do that a couple times a day. Then when you see the roots coming out the bottom, see those are already starting. And we put this in last night, right? See them just starting? Right? We just put that in there last night. Then all we do is when that's about half inch, go ahead and pour water in here really slowly. It'll fill up, and when it's touching the roots, stop. When the sprouts start pushing on the top of this, take that off and just leave them. You're done. It's like that easy. Look, if you're looking to just put greens, this tastes a little like beans, but it's kind of a neutral flavor. If you just want to get greens in your diet, look at how much greens you can grow like that fast without like any work. That was like easy, right? I gotta go. Later, big shot. I'll catch you later. I'm still working, but I wanted to chat. Appreciate it. Later. Let's see. Shirley's over on Facebook. All righty. Connie. So you guys on Facebook and YouTube, you can jump over to Whatnot. We're having back-to-back giveaways. Guys, let's do. Are you eating those or planting them? What's that? Everything? We're doing a little. That's why we do this. What the continuous harvest system means is that you go on over, you can eat some, and you can go ahead and transplant some out. The greens, all the greens, both. We do both. There's no either or. It's and. You're doing everything. That's the whole thing. You come on over. You can take this. There's a bunch of top soy. You can harvest some of that and eat it. you take just this much, that's literally like 100 plants right there. You can take that and plant it out. You can't plant, you still got a bunch of them to eat. You've literally got hundreds of plants right here. So if you're just doing microgreens, you're just taking that and just eating them and replanting and eating, you can do that. That's fine. You go through a lot of seeds. I like to take them and grow them out. That way, when we harvesting this, those are set and forget it, like the downspout. And then you go on over and then you got baby green. Then you might have to go ahead and refill the container a little bit, keep it between half and 3/4. You got like full-grown plants. Why just water instead of nutrients in the ball jars? And it's only peas. And it's because they don't need it. If I can grow it like that, why would I even waste money on nutrients? Peas don't need it. Peas are nitrogen fixers. These guys aren't. These guys suck up nitrogen. They need nitrogen to grow. That's why you add the nutrients, right? These will go deep down in the ground and pull up nitrogen, right? They store it. And if you guys know about crop rotation, they'll plant like different crops. And in between, they go and plant nitrogen fixers. And then they till it back into the ground. So that pulls up the nitrogen up into the top layer and they till it back in. So these guys don't need it. There's enough inside of the pea for it to grow to about this size. Now, if you want to grow that into a plant, you're going to have to like fertilize it sooner or later, right? But in the beginning, you don't need it. Flag, what's up? How are you and your family doing? Hope you're doing great. Thank you. We're doing good. Keely's hanging in there. She's recovering from her surgery. So thank you for asking that. That's really sweet. We got family coming in tomorrow. Best way you can do it is just what you eat. The microgreen. If you just want the microgreens, just grow what you need. If you're only going to eat like this much in a week, don't grow this much, right? Just plant. Everybody doesn't have to do this. I have to show people what's possible because there's some families out there that have like 12 people in their family, right? And there's some people who go on over and they grow for them. They give it to the family, they give it to the friends, they give it to the church, and give it to everybody, right? So I have to show people what's possible. But if you're not going to eat all this, don't grow all that. If you're not going to eat, look, you grow one. You don't have to grow all that. You can grow one like this, right? Look how easy this is too. So don't think about all that. If you're by yourself, look, that's just one. There's a portion, right? And then have like just one bag of this soaking so that you can come back and refill just one. So just grow what you need. I guess I mean what is the best system? The best it depends on people's different things. It depends if you want to grow peas, this is the best system, right? If you want to grow soy, I like the self-watering adapter. If you're going to be taking some and transplanting them into something bigger, I use these because they're easy to come in here and pull them out. See, this is why we use clay pebbles. And clay pebbles are porous. Roots will go right into the pebble. See that? And it's holding on. But these come off easy. And then you can take that and transplant that. You go on my YouTube channel, you're going to see all the videos up there. You'll see all those with all the big plants. This is all we did, right? Yeah, soak for 24 hours in the rain. That's all we did. I just put it in a cool little, stuck it inside a bigger container with the same nutrient solution, and you grow out big plants. It really is that easy. All right, so I'll show you a quick demo for like all the new people. We got our bowl. I mix this up. All this is Microgreen General Hydroponics. Y'all do is pause and do a screenshot. And I just get this on Amazon. It says 1 to 2 teaspoons per gallon. I put 1. Everything that's grown here is with 1 teaspoon. You can bump it up to 2 if you want, but I don't think microgreens need it. If you're going to grow them out, use baby greens, guys. That's what I mean when I say we transplant them out. There's a pak choi, right? Those are in downspouts. Look at all those downspouts. You have all kinds of stuff from basil, kale, pak choi, right? There's it vertical going up the wall if you don't have much space. Just like that ladder there. Look at all that pak choi we grew in literally like 30 inches and just up the wall about 7 feet. So you don't need a garden. All you need is a little spot on the wall. All right, let's do this real quick. Let me see if I got. Let me grab a little bit of the clay pebbles. I think I've got enough there. All right, here we go. This is how easy it is. Just that all the stuff is all grown basically the same way. Get your adapter. You're going to use this one. It's our Coke bottle adapter for these bowls. Put it on, spin it, put it in. You're almost done. Now we just get the clay pebbles. You can get this on Amazon or lots of nurseries that have it. Hydroponics shops have it. It's called clay pebbles. It's called Leca, L-E-C-A. It's also a name brand. It's called Hydrogen. This is just plain water because I want you to see this is dry, right? It's dry. Your seeds are going to need to be damp to germinate, right? So get it really well. 1 packet of seeds. This is what we've been giving away, guys. Hey, we need another giveaway, don't we? Don't waste any. Spray it again. Pretty much, that's it. If you can do that, you can do all this. Now just get a little foil. How far up the bowl is you can fill the pebbles? You just want to be up above the water line. So look where your water line is. Most of the adapters are only going to be about 1/2 inch. So you want to be up above the water line. That's why I showed you the pebbles are dry. If you pour it in there and your pebbles are wet because it's sitting in water, you haven't got enough in there. So I'll show you in a minute. This, just leave it, come back the next day, and take a peek inside. If it looks like it's dry, just hit it with the sprayer again. If you see there's moisture in there, just leave it alone, all right? Then you just set that for a couple of days. When the sprouts start pushing up on the foil, you'll see them start to come out with the crack here, right? Because the water is where the bottle's at. When you see that, then pull the top off. That's what at that point it's going to be like this. We just uncovered this one yesterday, right? See, there's still a lot of nutrients. And then you just leave it just like this stuff, set it, forget it, right? And then we've got this. It's about ready to go. See how big they are? And look, nutrients are still right there. So you can still let this go another 3 or 4 days to get a little bit bigger. You start harvesting this right now. If you have a little salad, you want to need a little garden, you can put some off, right? But there's enough nutrients in here without refilling it that this will go another couple of days. These get a whole lot bigger. And then that's what we did. We just pulled some of those out, and then you can transplant those out in the bigger containers out in the garden. Cool deal. Did I miss any questions? Hummingbird, what is up? Happy birthday, Hummingbird. I thought you weren't going to be here. Did you have a good birthday? How do you bid on something? First timer. Elena, I'm gonna run some stuff in a minute, and then you'll just see a little yellow button at the bottom that says bid. You swipe that. Watch the first couple. Don't jump in on the first one. We'll run several of them. So watch what people are doing. All right. Do you have to soak the really small seeds? No, I don't soak any. All I do is soak the peas and mung beans, corn shoots. I've got sunflowers. I don't use the adapters for the sunflowers, but when I grow those, I do soak those too. Demo the drop cups with the tiny seed. Alrighty, do that real quick. Mike, will you offer a product to bid on? Yes, I will, Johnny. You will see the bid. Oh, okay. Thank you, Johnny's explaining it. Appreciate that. You're awesome. Instead of iceberg lettuce, we should try microgreen with shrimp cocktail. Okay. Ooh, awesome. Really, that sounds good. We're actually going to be doing some videos in that. Yes, live now. Awesome. All right. I'm going to go ahead. Guys, this is radish. Somebody was asking how high you fill it up, right? You can see the water level down here where it's wet, right? And you see how it's got pebbles up to here. And if you notice, those pebbles are dry up there. That's what you want, a wet zone or a dry zone. So if you just have this much pebbles in here and they're wet, you're going to get mold and mildew issues. You're going to get like mosquitoes will get down in there. If you have it up to here, mosquitoes aren't going to climb all the way down there to get into the water. All right. What time are you on till? I'm not sure. We play things by ear around here. This one's easier to see, I think. So you can see how it's wet in there. And then it's got a dry layer up here. YouTube and Facebook, you can see that. But I'll run some real quick. Beth, how long do you soak the corn and what do you use? I soak everything like this overnight. I soak mine as long as the peas, but the corn is taking longer to sprout. Yeah, it'll still take a little longer. Different things germinate at different rates. Just because you do it a certain way, even different peas will germinate at different rates. So it's not going to do it exactly the same, but I still just soak it overnight, and they might take a little longer. Yeah, everybody say happy birthday to Hummingbird, Armad. Today was her birthday. Let's do this real quick, guys. You want one of these demoed? Here's a mason jar. Here you can see we've been using this over and over, right? Because now we don't just get new stuff and do new stuff. Here's one of my old lids. That fits on there. All right. Look, I haven't even really cleaned this one out yet. It's a used one. Okay. Look, this is what I do. Nutrients, right? I'm just going to pour right in through here. I say we like to do it easy. And I'm going to do it till it touches the bottom. All right, just till it touches the bottom, but I don't want a whole lot on the inside here. So just get it to just as start coming up in there. If you pour a little too much, you can just dab it with a little paper towel and get out what's left in there. Guys, I don't know what paper towels y'all using, if you're using Bouncy or whatever, but this just came from BJ's, like BJ's, Costco. It's single ply, right? It's not bad, but it's definitely not bouncy. I don't bother with doing a circle or anything. I just do this, right? All it needs to do is just cover the hole. I just push it in there. Look. That easy. Cool. I mean, it really is just that easy. Here's our top toy. Now this one bag we're using for the bowls like this, right? A red bowl. You don't need that much in here. And I don't measure. I just put like a little single layer in there, right? I don't get all fussy about it. And I have enough for another one, maybe two more. Guys, look, it's that easy. Okay. Same thing. Cover it up. This is broccoli. It's not broccoli. Got a little alcohol. This is my tatsoi. So I just put tatsoi. I just cover it up. And it's done. Same thing like microgreen growers. Come back the next day, take a peek. And if it looks like it's drying out, you want to keep spritzing it. All right. Until it starts to sprout. And watch down there for roots to start going down through there. If it looks like it's wet, don't do anything to it. All right. And cover it up. If it looks like it's too wet, leave the top off for it and let it dry out a little bit. All you want is just for it to be damp. You don't want to be soaking in water. And you don't want it to be dried out. Once you get the hang of it like that, basically that's all we're doing. This is going to be doing the same thing as the peas. It's going to come up and it'll push this lid off. If you don't take it off in time, it's going to push it off itself. All right. And then you just set it to the side. This doesn't have to be in the light. Just set it in a little dark spot. I've got these. All of these are growing. There's grow lights behind me. We've got these fluorescent lights on. All those are sitting on a shelf over here. So they're not by the light, but they're not in the dark either. And they're still germinate just fine over here. And you're going to get wonderful microgreens like that. Got some. We've got red cabbage up here. These are growing a little too big. I'm letting those go because I want to see if they'll grow a little bit bigger into baby greens inside of the mason jars. So when those get a little bigger, I'll go ahead and show you those. But pretty much that's it. I planted one bag of seeds in the dirt. It must be 1,000 plants. Yeah, definitely. That's what we said. Look, she's talking about this. Look how many are in there, right? So if you win this, oh, we got to start a giveaway. If you win this, you don't have to grow a bunch of microgreens, right? You go plant those. Guys, it's enough to start your garden there. How many seeds are in there? If you want broccoli, speckled peas, radish, arugula, soy, red cabbage, you want all that stuff in your garden. One bag like this is enough to start a garden outside. There we go. You gotta remember, say Gibby if you don't see one going. Please stay on the camera. You keep going up to the side. Cliff, bad audio. Yeah, YouTube and Facebook has been doing, I think, StreamYard after I started streaming for a little while, it goes off. So I'll let y'all go. But look, here's Whatnot. Okay. I'm streaming on Whatnot. I just got this on YouTube and Facebook to show you guys to jump over to Whatnot. So when you guys can't see me, I'm talking to another camera. So if you want to see everything and you want to get a giveaway, you got to click that link, go over to Whatnot. You get $15 credit to shop with, and you can get in the giveaway. Here, let me take this off. Y'all let me know if this helps. If not, we'll